on that is exciting. What I'm doing is successfully and very consistently picking the winning teams versus Vegas and factoring in the point spread on college basketball. And I want to show you a few things of what I've got going here. I'm going to go to how we've been performing. This is why I decided to get back into this and look at the earnings page. So, um, what what I've done is I've added a new wrinkle, and these are the daily wins and losses. And you can see it's kind of struggling a little bit, but as you can see, we're starting to pick up and get some more wins in here. And last night won $93.37. So I thought I would show you what's happening here and how this could be used to make a little bit of money for yourself. So here's the games I'm going through, making my predictions right now. Here's the games I have so far for this evening's games, January 19th, Friday. And uh, what happens with this is we'll go through, put them on the bet sheet here as soon as the sketch is up. These are last night's games. I still have to do some stuff with them. Let's find tonight's. Okay, so I think we start with Akron and Kent State. And so what I do is I run 14 different predictions, and I'll show them to you here. It's not important that you know what these all mean, but this is a prediction. Let's say Michigan State, Minnesota. This was one prediction. This was another. This was another. This was another. And we do 14 different predictions, and then we play the hot hand. And in this case, one of the predictions is kicking out about 55%. So that's about as good as we're doing, 55% on the versus the spread and 57% on the over under. But still, this is plus money. We are still making it work at the end of the night. We are getting payback. We are wagering $675, winning $768 for $93 plus. Now, I'm playing every single game. It's probably not the wisest thing to do. So that should impact that as well. So I've got a bit of a handicap that I'm trying to overcome here. But if we look at the games tonight, so we have Akron visiting Kent State. Kent State's a better team, but Akron's a better team playing at Kent State. So we have to factor in that home court, and there's a magical way that we're doing it. And so we're saying Akron's going to come up with the win, 77-75. Vegas says Akron should be the dog, right? Say Kent State is -1.5, -1.5. So we're going to play the dog in a bit of a upset. But we have the point spread, the money line, and the totals over the over and under. And so as we go along, this is going to simulate this. So -120, let's say that wins 961. What the world? Have your numlocks on. We are at Akron. Yeah, I just search for Akron. Okay, so let's say -120. I don't know what that is, but I'll look it up. But let's say it's $9.61. So you can see that $9.61 now appears here. This was our wager, $15. We wager 5, but there's 3 different bets here, so it's 15. And our winnings so far are 961. So we go over to the earnings page, and I haven't set this up yet, but it would say 9.61 here, and it would deduct this number, which I haven't set up yet, and it would just show us if we won or we lost. So the plan is to, as frequently as I can, work up these predictions. I guess we started Xavier in Georgetown. Work up the predictions. So there's my predicted score. And as I go final, I'll fill in the final score. And then we'll be able to go in and determine whether or not our bet was correct or not. So there's one from last night. We said Austin Peay by 10. The actual final score was 83-80. It was minus 3.5. So Ossipee had to win by 4. They didn't. They only won by 3. So that was a bad play, and we don't get any money for that. But we did get the right team because this is the money line bet. We were only betting on who wins and who loses. So we did get some money there. And then the over-under, we said 140. 140 was the line. We said 148, so we took the over. And you can see we won some money there. So didn't win on the point spread, won on the money line, and then one on the over-under. So we wagered 15 and we won 17. Okay, this is how I'm sort of tracking this stuff. So this will be what we do going forward. The problem is I'm limited in time on my streams, so I'm going to have to do this pretty strategically, where I'll have to come in and make sure that we get 30 minutes and we put out all the information. So at the end of the night, we'll go through and we'll recap. Let's take a look at last night. I'm still recovering from last night. Last night was a whole bunch of games. Here's when we hit on the money, exactly correct. The prediction of the final score was exactly correct. But there's a bunch of games, and it's hard to enter the scores and do all the tallying up and do all the things, and not take until midnight. That's too late to start a stream. So we have to figure out a good way of doing it. I'm going to have a results show that we can talk about this, go through and recap what we're using. Here's our home court advantage. Right now I'm using 6.5 for the home team. Every home team gets 6.5 points home court advantage. That's a point we can mess with. You see, I haven't done much messing with it, but because it's turning up profit. So we'll do the prediction. We'll do the prediction show after all the lines have been set, and I am able to run my predictions. And we'll be looking at the bet sheets as well on that. And so just as a little mini trial here. So Xavier, this game has not happened yet. We're seeing Xavier at home to Georgetown, 83-64. That's a 19-point difference. Vegas says 12.5. So we're going to take Xavier to win by more than 13 points. And these are your odds. This is the money line. Simply pick a winner or loser. This will always have a poor payout. And then this is the money line. So Vegas says 148.5. We say this game will go to 152. So we took the over. Now when we fill in the scores, that score will be here, and we can easily determine whether or not that went over or under. And then we pay ourselves accordingly. So that's how this is going to work. I'm excited to get back into this. Hopefully I get some people interested, but really all I'm doing at the moment is just sort of documenting everything that's happening. So that's it for now. We'll see you in the next one.